Today I want to talk about egalitarianism, feminism, and those sorts of movements that strive for equality. I am a egalitarian, and as an egalitarian, the way I define my egalitarianism is that you strive for equality for all people regardless of class, race, or gender. And as such, one should see the inequalities and strive to correct them. That is egalitarianism to me. So as an egalitarian with those viewpoints, I also call myself a feminist, simply because I see the immense inequality between men and women and even other genders. Those who define themselves as genderless or are in the process of transitioning, any transgender people, there's a definite gap in equality there. Now, that's not just a pay gap. People talk a lot about the pay gap between men and women, and a lot of the time, yes, maybe it's overblown a bit, but there are definite instances where it is very apparent. Recently there's been news about the American Women's Football League, or I guess soccer league in America, and they're being paid on average a quarter of what the men's league gets paid. Now, I get you. Hold on. It's based on revenue, right? So like when we look at the WNBA, they bring in far less money because it's far less interesting and people just don't enjoy watching women's basketball. Whereas the men's league brings in billions of dollars probably. I don't know the statistics. But they bring in immense amounts more money. Here's the thing. The women's soccer league brought in $2 million more revenue than the men's league in 2015. And they're projected to bring in $8 million more the next year. They should be being paid the exact same. Because when it comes to sports, a few million dollars is essentially equal. So that makes it very apparent that there is a pay gap, and that seems to be based simply on gender. Because they are bringing in the same, even more revenue, and they're being paid less. Far less. So that is a real thing. So as an egalitarian, I take notice of these sorts of things, and as a feminist, I associate myself with trying to correct these things. I associate myself with feminism because the gap in equality is so incredibly apparent and very disastrously large. Not just in a big single area, but just pockets all over society. And I've taken notice of this, and I needed to associate myself with the group that is trying to strive to fix this. Now, I get it. A lot of them are wrong. A lot of feminists go to the extreme, just like everyone. They're extreme Christians, they're extreme Muslims, they're extreme everything. They're extreme men's rights activists. I don't associate myself with men's rights activism because what feminism is basically trying to adjust the equality to actually be equal, where it feels like men's rights activism is trying to make their equality more equal, if you know what I mean. Where feminism in general, along with egalitarianism, is sort of striving to make it equal. I get there are definite things that men have lacking in rights. The most obvious of which is custody court cases, the way they're treated in those. When it comes to feminism, we're against that too. Feminism wants both people in that court case to be treated equally. They don't want the women who may be unfit to have custody of their children to be able to get that custody just because they're a woman. they want to be treated the same as the men and be criticized the same as the men. And that is the whole point. And that's why, as an egalitarian, I've also associated myself with feminism. Because it feels like egalitarianism, most people take it as, yeah, I'm for equal rights, and just leave it there and do nothing about it. Whereas there are divisions of other movements that fight for specific rights. Like there's Greenpeace, and all that sort of thing, where they go and they fight for certain rights, for certain things. Like Greenpeace obviously trying to fight for the right to a healthy environment. So I think I'm just going to leave it there. Discuss in the comments. Don't get too flamey. Or do. I don't care. I probably won't read them. Follow us on Facebook. And tweet us some things. They can be angry. They can be happy. Positive, negative. I don't really care. Whatever you want. And like, comment, subscribe. And PCO. Hey guys, this is Christov. I'd like you to take some time to think about maybe hitting that subscribe button. And maybe giving us a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Me and Sam would both super appreciate that. Anyways, have an awesome day and stay awesome.